staff, friends, and family. Today, I want to tell you a story. If you don't know where it's going, bear with me. I promise you it's going somewhere, just like each and every one of us. EE 191. To anyone beyond the walls of EHTHS, it may sound like a random jumble of letters and numbers. To me, however, EE 191 was my faithful, albeit skinny, school locker. It was the center of my high school experience. Friends across the hall, familiar teachers around the corner, that annoying couple that met beside it every single morning. It was a meeting place, a secret keeper, and of course, a bookkeeper. For nearly 3 years, my locker never failed me until one fateful day. It was October 31st, 2017. On my usual stop between calc and lunch, I put in my combo and turned the knob. What came next was a menacing crunch and rattle. In that moment, my worst fear had come to life. I had jammed my locker. I had heard horror stories of this happening to other students and could not believe that now, in the fall of my senior year, it was happening to me. In a state of angry disbelief, I marched to my vice principal's office. He shrugged off my fears and pulled out a ring of keys. "I can probably get it open with one of these," he said. When key after key failed to work, he told me a custodian would try to fix it after school. I stood there, feeling the most lost I had felt since the great Alder-Fernwood divide. It wasn't until my locker was broken that I realized how much I had grown to rely on it. I didn't know what a world without a locker was like. Besides, my gym shoes were in there. The next morning, I found my locker wide open with all my belongings inside. I assumed it had been fixed, so excitedly, I shut it. Then I turned 36-12-6 on the dial to see if it would open again. But I realized that I was a fool when I heard another crunch and another rattle. All my things were still inside. So I lowered my head and dragged myself back to my vice principal. He sighed and said he would tell the custodian to open it a second time. A few days passed without any developments, so I paid my vice principal a third visit. Bewildered and out of suggestions, he told me to see Mrs. Keefe, the master of lockers. And Mrs. Keefe wasn't giving up on old EE 191 without a fight. She pushed, she pulled, she kicked, and she screamed. But in the end, Mrs. Keefe was defeated. Finally, she declared my locker officially destroyed. I would need to be assigned a new one. When she asked where I'd like my new locker to be, my answer was instant. In the G hallway between D wing and E wing with the massive, sparkling new lockers. I had always wanted one of these lockers, and within minutes of sitting down with the locker master herself, I had it, GG001. I should have been ecstatic. After all, it was a major upgrade, and it was only about 20 feet away from my old locker. Things could not have worked out better. Putting in my old combination was an expected part of the transition. 36-12-6, no. But then, my field hockey poster didn't fit anymore, so it came down. And then I wasn't getting a chance to say hello to the neighbors I saw every day, so we slowly grew apart. I even kind of missed seeing that lingering couple. At my old locker, I had grown comfortable. I knew everyone around me, I knew all the best ways to get to class, and I always had everything I needed. Now, I was going about my morning walk without a word, making right turns when I should have been making lefts, and bringing my European history binder to physics class. Eventually, I got the call that my old locker had been opened and that I could take my stuff out for the last time. A few minutes later, I made my way down to EE 191, only to see my locker still sealed shut. Sam Schofel and Lucas Putney passed by and, seeing me distressed, asked me what the matter was. I explained, and Sam told me not to worry because just like Oliver Oken on Hannah Montana, he was the locker doctor. He banged on the locker a few times, somehow making an opening just big enough for Lucas to pry the door open. Just like that, my journey was over, and I had my gym shoes back. My transition should have been simple. I was going from one locker to another, 10 seconds away from it, in the same high school. Yet, I felt like a baby eagle being thrown from her nest a little too soon. However, hopefully memorializing my old locker for the past 5 minutes has led us all to the same conclusion. I was being ridiculous. I was frustrated that I would not be able to live out my romantic dream of holding on to the same locker. I was too absorbed in trying to fall into the same routines and structures I'd always known. Whether we're headed to colleges 10 minutes from home or 10 hours from home, to trade schools, to boot camps, or to jobs, leaving what we call home won't be easy. In my case, letting go was a long, drawn-out process. My locker was opened twice before I could ever retrieve the pieces of me that were trapped inside. But while I was agonizing over a glorified box, someone else was running headlong into their classes, carrying all their books on their back. With this in mind, I encourage you to do something crazy. Be that person who carries their books on their back, never even knowing where their locker is. If we are to learn more, to explore more, and to experience more, we cannot let ourselves get stuck in comfort zones. Comfort will come in the form of people, moments, and memories. And there will be many that help us along the way. The principals, the secretaries, the custodians, and the friends, old and new, in my story. Embrace the adjustment period because new places will become new homes. In fact, I got new neighbors and a new locker poster. Now, I urge you to let experience take the place of expectation. Trade routine for risk. Make pit stops, not plans. And if you get new lockers in schools or in office break rooms, look up from the cold gray metal, take a deep breath, and go. Congratulations to the Egg Harbor Township High School class of 2018 and to everyone who helped us get here.